Welcome to CBSE English Teacher. Let's now look at reading comprehension for CBSE English class 11 and 12 in detail. Let's begin with reading comprehension now. First of all, we are going to have a look at introduction. Reading comprehension, in short it is known as RC, is defined as the understanding of a passage or a text. Basically, it tests the reader's ability to comprehend the content as well as style and theme of the passage. Questions on the passage generally appear in a chronological order. In this way, we can say that there are three parts of any reading comprehension. First, that we need to focus on is understanding. Second, content, style and theme. And third and final one is questions. Now we will discuss types of questions. The students are mostly tested on content-based questions, which include factual questions and inferential questions. That means content-based questions includes two, factual and inferential. Three types of passages will be designed to test the reading skills of students. These includes passages like number 1 factual, for example instructions, descriptions, reports. Number 2 discursive, which includes opinion-based passages, for example argumentative, interpretative or persuasive text. And final and the third one is literary passages, which includes an extract from fiction, drama, poetry, essay or biography. Reading comprehension includes questions that test the ability to find the main idea or suitable title for the text, find information directly specified in the passage, determine the meaning of strange words used in the passage, draw inferences from the given passage, and determine the author's style, mood, or point of view. In this slide, let us discuss approaches to attempt comprehension questions. These questions are of three types: the why questions, the inference questions, and the rephrasing questions. Let us discuss them one by one in detail. The why question. Firstly, while dealing with the why question, you are required to give reasons, provide explanation, and give evidence for your answer. The following group of words could be of great help while we answer the why question. Cause words. You may start your answer with because, due to, as, since, owing to, on account of, on the grounds that, in that, resulting from, this is why, for that reason. Effect words. For example, consequently, so, therefore, as a result, with the effect, etc. Purpose words. For example, so that, for, so as to, in order that, for the purpose of, in order to, etc. The inference question. Secondly, the inference question requires you to make a deduction or draw a conclusion based on the information given in the passage. Remember, these inference type questions are not straightforward. So, read between the lines so that you understand the hidden meaning. The rephrasing question. Thirdly, when you will deal with a rephrasing question, you are required to explain a word or a phrase or substitute a word or phrase in the passage without changing its meaning. In this case, you will have to understand the word or phrase in its context. Let's look at steps that are to be followed while attempting questions. Step 1. Skim rapidly. Step 2. Underline unfamiliar words. Step 3. Look through the words carefully. Step 4. Concentrate on the vocabulary. Now let us discuss these points in detail. Step 1. Skim rapidly. Skim once as rapidly as possible to determine the main idea before you look at the questions. Do not worry about words you do not know at this stage. Step 2. Underline unfamiliar words. Underline the words that you do not understand to facilitate a complete understanding of the passage. Step 3. Look through the words carefully. You are advised to maintain the order in which the questions appear in the test paper. Read intensively the portion relevant to the answer. Step 4. Concentrate on the vocabulary. Concentrate on the vocabulary items and puzzle out from the context the meaning of those words you do not know. Through this slide, we are going to discuss ideas to follow while skimming. There are 3 ideas that need to be kept in view. The first one is read, second one is watch for keywords, and the third one is concentrate on the main ideas. Now let us discuss all these points in detail. Read the title of the passage very carefully if given. Determine what clues it gives about the passage. Watch for keywords like causes, results, effects, etc. Do not overlook single words such as those suggesting controversy. For example, verses, pros and cons, which indicate that the author is intending to present both sides of an argument. And finally, concentrate on the main ideas and ignore details. Most passages require at least 2 readings. Before writing the answers, check the questions again to be sure you have really understood them. Now we are going to focus on guidelines to attempt comprehension passage. Read the passage quickly and study the questions given at the end of the passage. Read again thoroughly. Underline key sentences or words related to the given questions. Going through questions first gives a rough idea about the content of the passage and helps to reach the answers faster. Try not to give vague or general answers. Be specific. Write in short, simple sentences unless required to do otherwise. Do not repeat yourself. It is a waste of time. Avoid using slang. Do not use vague words when a precise one will do. Use your own words. This means that you must summarize and interpret information. Never copy whole chunks. While answering factual questions, do not include information not given in the passage. While answering vocabulary questions, determine the part of speech of the word. While answering the why question, begin with "this is because" and the answer. Towards the end, let's now look at experts' advice. Advice number 1. All the answers to questions on comprehension should be clear and concise, as well as expressed in simple English that follows the rules of grammar. Advice number 2. Except in the case of meanings of words and phrases, all such answers should be written in complete sentences. Advice number 3. Unless otherwise directed, you should not base your answers entirely on what is said in the passage, without being judgmental about the correctness of the facts or opinion stated. And advice number 4. In explaining the meaning of a word or phrase, you should take care that the meaning you give is expressed in the same grammatical form as the word or phrase in the passage. Before we close the discussion on reading comprehension, let me bring it to your kind notice that even if the pattern of the questions asked in the examination changes, the basic ideas given and discussed in these slides remains the same. Hope you would have enjoyed it. Thank you very much for your patience.